Introducing first from the red corner with a height of 175 centimeters in the weight range of 68 to 73 kilograms in the welterweight class with an achievement of 2 wins, 0 losses, representing Natural MMA, Ashen.
Trying to catch his microphone, check 212. Wanna believe my own hype, but it's too untrue. The world brought me to my knees. What have you brung you? Did you improve on the design? Did you do something new? When you name it on the guest list, who brung you? You, the more famous person, you come through. And the sexy lady next to you, you come too. And then you hit me, standing outside of heaven, waiting for God to come and get me. I'm too uncouth, unschooled to the rules, and too gumshoe. Too much of a newcomer and too uncool. Like shadow in the veil, I battle with it real, though I need a holiday night, they do something new. Go back, whatever you did, you undo. Heavy as heaven, and never know what 2 times 2.
In the blue corner with a height of 173 centimeters with a weight range of 68 to 73 kilograms in the welterweight class with 1 win, 0 losses, representing UCC Candy, Randul.
Third bout of the evening, welterweight, Ashen, Randul. Similar height, similar size.
And underway.
Right away. Randul leaping in with some leg kicks. Big exchange there. Both fighters exchanging. Randul landing more in those. Lovely counter coming back from Ashen.
Ashen has an overhand that he seems to be landing. Maybe an inch higher and he'll probably get it.
Fast-paced opening to this fight. Theme of the night so far has been first round stoppages. Let's see if that continues.
Randul being very consistent with that leg kick attack.
Yes,
but also Ashen does have a body kick counter that he uses mid-exchange. I would not keep, if I was Ashen, I would not keep my head so low.
Randul seems to like that lead leg kick opening into all his attacks. Seems to be serving him well thus far.
Randul is starting to go wide with his punches. Even though he's going for the leg, he's going very wide with those punches. Not going to be great when Ashen starts countering on the inside.
Ashen ends up on top of Randul very momentarily, and he looks for a sweep. Tries to get it to the ground. Doing well to maintain the posture and ends up in
Ashen in mount. This is going to be very, very difficult for Randul to get rid of.
Very dominant position, and
I think in the last 5 years we've only seen like 1 or 2 people escape mount,
yes.
at least within the Lankan scene.
Let's see if Randul joins a very small minority of people who managed to do that thus far.
Ashen has the space to start working his knees up so that he can get something like S-mount. Randul doing a semi-decent job of controlling the waist, right? To make sure that, but what he needs to do is switch to double underhooks and make sure that both his hands are on Ashen's shoulders. That will start giving him a lot of leverage and make sure that he can't get hit. And he needs to bury his face into the chest, which he's currently doing. But he needs to work the hands up, otherwise he's not going to be able to trap an overhook and then go for a trap and roll.
Yeah, so far he just seems to want to get some separation.
If he just goes for the head control, Ashen's just going to be able to slip out and start throwing punches.
Yes.
Ashen looking to elevate the elbows. He might be going for a head and arm choke.
He does seem to
Yes, he's going for a head and arm choke. He's dismounting now.
Secured.
Whether he has the correct angle for it or not is a different question.
Randul trying to shrimp out.
Randul has created, I think he's created a little bit of space.
Yes.
Ashen needs to get his shoulder a little lower so that it's collapsing on the carotid. Right now, the shoulder is directly above the chin.
That's not enough pressure to
Not
complete the choke.
he can see now he's putting his bicep on the carotid, which works, but then he really needs to get the elbow across. In general, I'd recommend making sure that the shoulder is on the carotid.
Some separation now created by Randul, but Ashen comes back in. Some attacks.
I don't think Randul knows how he has to escape from here. He needs to get double underhooks. He needs to work up from the body lock up towards those double underhooks if he wants to have a chance of escaping here. Or he needs to very actively fight the knees.
Yes. So far doing.
Also, Randul's legs are very, very inactive. He needs to change his hip angle, try and trap the legs, something.
Very much only using his upper body and
now the
some
double
hip
over,
thrusts
the double
to-
overhooks are fine. Those are fine. He can start to do some bridge and roll, right? But I can't see from this angle.
Top pressure proving to
Ashen has locked his, or temporarily locks his legs underneath the thighs, so that makes it a little difficult to go for the trap and roll sometimes, even when he has double overhooks. This is also going to be very tiring on Randul right now.
Yes, he already seems quite worn.
Yeah, because also every time Ashen breaks posture, right, and he's about to throw shots, he needs to break Ashen's posture. So what does he have to do? He has to bump.
Yes,
So he keeps getting tired and tired.
more than halfway through this round, and Ashen has got
That
his
is not a
back.
bad strategy. That is not a bad strategy at all.
Randul exposed his back momentarily to get out of that, and
He needs to get his hands back up. Just because he's happy that he's out doesn't mean he can't keep his hands low. Back exposure in order to get out is fine. You just need to be very, very quick with the stand-up.
Randul's trying to be as explosive as he was before, but he's clearly winded compared to the start of the
He needs to
fight.
recompose himself, get his jab going, then start working up his stuff.
He needs to
Otherwise, Ashen knows that his hands are down, he's going for the head kick.
Yes. And he needs to control the pace a bit better. He's already winded. A very flush leg kick landed
On the toes.
on the toes. But
Yeah,
still,
no, the toes landed on the chin. A little higher, he would have done something. Not the smartest move for... If Randul can keep him down, get on top, start raining down blows, at least in these 10 seconds, then
Randul,
some kind of recovery for him.
Randul ends the round on top.
That's the end of the round.
End of the round, and very interesting round from the judges' perspective as well.
So one thing, Randul can't shoot with his face pointing down. He has to keep his back straight if he's going to get a double leg like that. I think he essentially got lucky because Ashen's balance wasn't
The
so
balance is already off, so he just had to follow through. But yes, I mean, the start of the fight saw Randul being very aggressive on the front foot, trying to chase Ashen down, and eventually Ashen got a takedown and spent a lot of control time on top. However, Randul is able to pop out and ended the round with a...
So far, I think Ashen is pretty much up in the round. I think one thing that will need to happen is Randul needs to tighten up his guard, otherwise he is going to be vulnerable to that head kick.
Yes. We already saw one head kick landed by Ashen while Randul is against the ropes. Both fighters already expended quite a lot of energy, fight on format.
Especially alternating between grappling and striking. It saps you way more than if you're doing just one sport.
different energy systems
Yeah.
being pushed to the limit. So, out of the
What do you
first-
think about the boxing so far?
It's been. I feel like it's been used mostly to set up the leg kicks and the rest of the attacks. But
Anything you'd like to see?
I think Randul's doing a pretty good job of establishing his jab and I'd like to see more switching up of attacks to the body as well. I think that's something both of them have yet to really explore.
Neglected so far for this fight.
Yes.
Oh, they are both so tired.
A lot more measured in their approaches, given the energy expenditure. So they're going to have a more cautious fight, but Randul
has a lot of fight in him. He has a lot of fight. Oh, lovely uppercut landing. He landed 2 uppercuts. But this is the thing, Ashen is consistent. He'll take a few on the guard and then he'll throw his body kick. Randul needs to be more measured, otherwise he's just going to expend energy, give Ashen the takedown, and then he's going to be done from there.
Time and time again, Ashen has blocked and countered, and that seems to be working well for him. Because
so the 2 uppercuts this side of the ring really did some damage, but Ashen's feeling it right now.
A little bit Randul keeps to the attacks.
If Randul keeps a bit more pressure on the leg, that would be good. And he needs to tighten up those shots. Randul needs to tighten up on those shots.
It's very lot of fat on those punches that it's not reaching the target. So much telegraph and a lot of energy wasted as well.
Yeah.
So not the optimal way to punch.
I think Ashen can just keep, if he wants to, just keep pressuring in with a tight guard, head bump on the shoulders, and then just go for a body lock.
Ashen's kicks have been mostly used as a way of establishing range, whereas Randul's kicks have a lot more explosiveness behind them.
If Randul starts going with a couple of body hooks right now, because of the way Ashen's holding his guard, they might have some success.
There is space for that land, but a lot of exchanges. Both fighters.
Randul is starting to get tired. He should work behind his jab. Always work behind your jab. Yeah, leading with those wide looping right hands is not going to do anything. I think Ashen's feeling it on the leg.
Ashen with two body kicks. Takes some strikes coming in, and there's a lovely uppercut landed by Randul.
Randul needs to tighten up his guard. It's just way too much of a risk. Currently, Ashen can't capitalize on that because he's tired and off balance. But if he recovers, it's going to be a huge problem for Randul.
Randul is attacking in flurries, whereas Ashen returns very well, catches him.
Ashen just needs to lean back and throw that overhand.
Cut opened up on Ashen's left eye. That's going to cause momentary stoppage. Pace of the fight has picked up again, just like the round before.
Randul should be using this time to recover and breathe as much as possible. I think this would actually favor Ashen in the long run.
I think Randul did a better job this round of controlling his energy
much
expenditure
better,
and really pacing himself.
I'm not sure about the energy expenditure, but I think he's done a much more dominant job this round.
Yeah,
I think second round will probably go to him. Ashen's kind of forgotten his overhand that was kind of working for him in the first round.
His go-to now seems to be the body and head kicks, some of which are landing.
I also really don't like leg kicks when you're tired, because there's always the possibility, especially when your hips are going up at such a high angle, that you're going to slip.
Yeah, and that you won't be able to balance yourself back. It's a shot coming back.
Super uncomfortable for me. Anything else you'd want to see in this round? Third and final round, sir.
Not yet.
Apologies.
Cut seems to be a bit of a stubborn one on Ashen's eye. Eye, of course, is a very tricky cut to deal with anyway. I mean, your vision's blurry, you can't see much.
Sorry, this is not typically done. You don't sit the fighter down
True.
on the...
And they noticed it immediately. Considering how long it's taken,
You're not supposed to sit the fighter down.
Yes.
He's supposed to recover while standing.
yes,
That is a little unfair.
that was momentarily given to Ashen, but now the fighters are starting back. Randul right back on that leg attack. Comes in with career punches, but Ashen with the counter.
The uppercuts are doing a lot of good for Randul.
Yes, it's coming in at an awkward angle for Ashen to deal with. His guard isn't doing an adequate job of blocking the uppercuts.
I think what Randul should do, 2 uppercuts, change angle, head kick.
Yes, the cutting of angles has been quite limited.
Oh, Lord.
But
Here we go, on the ground. Ashen with the body lock in half guard.
I don't know if that will be scored a takedown, per se. Although,
This would count as control time, I think.
yeah, but will he be awarded for the takedown? It was more of a trip. I mean, yeah,
Accidental fall.
technical. Randul relentless even on his back. He wants to do damage, and
He shouldn't be doing that. He needs to control that head posture, keep the head down.
yeah, he's a bit distracted with trying to cause
Also, he
damage
needs to
and
either
whatever.
try and hook. Ashen has one of his knees on the floor in between his legs. He needs to try and hook that ankle and fight for an underhook. Then he ends up in coyote half guard.
Well, it seems in the absence of grappling knowledge, but he seemed to be opting for what he knows, which is striking while even on the ground. So
Sure.
showing a lot of heart.
Definitely a lot of heart.
Mount is a very, very uncomfortable position to be in. It's not in
Half
mount.
guard, half
Half guard. Yes. Ashen, I think, has enough space to clear the left leg, but doesn't do so in time.
Ashen using his butterfly hooks, comes up to a double leg attempt. Can Randul sprawl on it?
Sprawls
Oh,
and
Randul
tries-
rolled over his ankle, I think.
Is he
on
going
that.
for a guillotine attempt, do you think? Or is he still
Maybe.
controlling the...
Can't see it from this angle. And the referee has to break
Yeah,
them.
this is the...
Reset them.
Yeah. Grappling in rings has its own set of limitations, as you can see. Getting stood up. And bit of hesitation from...
Oh, definitely. Nobody wants to get put back into the bottom position in the center
Yeah,
of the ring.
True. He looked quite happy when they... oh, no.
No, it was not full mount.
Not mount, yes. It wasn't even half guard, was it?
No,
I thought it
wasn't
was
half
full
guard.
guard.
No, it was half guard with Ashen having cleared his ankle above the bottom hook. But still resetting them to half guard is fine, especially when the referee doesn't know the specifics.
Sure.
But it still need... No, it cannot be mount.
Can't be mount.
That was not the position that they should have reset them on.
Referee seems to be adjusting them again. Ashen
At this
very,
point,
very
we'll be
eager to end up on mount.
This is like a modified close guard. I'm not entirely sure. But that's fine. Better than like just immediately giving them mount.
Yeah, that would be extremely unfair on Randul because he was...
Randul was losing the bottom, his bottom leg in half guard, but I don't think that warrants you setting him either to mount or to close guard.
So Randul starts with having a close grip on Ashen. Don't know how long he can do that for.
I think he can hold it for a little bit because his hip
Get them
position
set.
is such. Ooh. This is the thing with close guard. You need to be controlling the head and you need to be elevating the legs. Because right now, from that position, Randula's knees were pinching around the hips. They ideally need to be pinching towards the upper ribs, just beneath the armpits. That gives you a lot more control and allows you to open up for attacks.
Details. I mean, that's what makes a difference at
the higher levels.
At the higher levels. And
So far, I'm enjoying the fight.
how the second round was going, I was fairly confident it was coming near a stoppage, actually. I'm surprised we gotten this far.
Seconds out.
So, good on both fighters. They've
I am enjoying this fight,
found a way to push
definitely.
through. I think both of these, all of these fights have been quite
Also,
enjoyable
I
so far.
really like the discipline of Ashen when he takes a few shots on the guard, counters with that body kick.
Yes,
It's such a good strategy.
he times
especially-
it. He times it very well.
I mean, the body kick is right there because you are cutting. Because if someone is punching, they have to open up their ribs. So it's almost always going to be there.
Yes, it's a reliable counter. Certainly. Ashen doesn't really like to start off with the leg kicks. He is very much a
Ashen's lead eye a bit swollen.
counter type of puncher. Try to go in for a takedown attempt, but
Randul should spam those uppercuts in order to discourage the takedown from Ashen.
Randul's hook is yet to really do significant damage, but
Ashen, if I was him, fade back a little bit, wait for him to chase, hit him with the overhand. Did you just listen to that?
let's see.
Sorry.
There's a lot of fatigue in both of these fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly see it in their eyes. But nearly Ashen nearly taking Randul out of the fight, quite literally, out of the ring. So yeah, that's
I mean,
yeah.
we trash talk the WWE all this time.
True.
But, you know, some of these things go outside the ring.
Wonder how
So.
they managed to stay inside. I mean,
I'm not liking the look of Ashen's lead eye.
but I don't think it's causing him blurriness or like vision related
But
issues. It's more to do
also-
with the swelling.
I think Ashen is starting to time Randula's hooks to get into that double leg. So Randula needs to throw those uppercuts. Those uppercuts are doing him so much good.
Randul getting some powerful punches.
No,
in
he
that
needs to wash
exchange.
it. Ideally, you'd wash the mouth guard before putting it in the fighter's mouth again.
That would be the least of Ashen's.
I think Ashen has something if he can start working behind his jab again. He's working behind his teeth. He's not working behind his jab.
In general, Ashen seems to have very limited options in starting the exchange. He's very much waiting to answer the questions of Randul.
He's fundamentally more of a counter striker.
Yes,
I think.
that's been his approach. throughout the
A
whole
pressure
fight.
counter striker. If you had to characterize him.
Yes. But who do you think is doing the better ring generalship in terms of pressure?
I think in terms of pressure, Randula is doing a better job right now.
On the front foot, for sure.
But again, Randula is looping with those hooks. He's making the double leg very accessible. So far, he's like, because the minute you put an uppercut, right, and the uppercut lands, it's going to discourage the takedown.
Yes.
And since you don't, and since you don't have knees as well to the head, this is ideal. Randul is technically not supposed to allow his hands to be on the ropes, but
he'll take every opportunity to recover. Randul's been very successful in starting those 4-punch combinations from outside.
lovely
But-
work from Ashen.
Very-
He scoots his knees as deep in as he can.
And he timed it so well as Randul's coming in, but Randul's
Right
able
now he
to-
needs to go for a sit out. Right now Ashen needs to go for a sit out if he wants to make sure that nothing bad happens.
Randul was sprawling almost indefinitely. Ended up outside the ring yet again. It's been a theme of this fight. Being unable to stay within the confines of the ring.
One might ask, where is the cage? So
Where is the cage?
rage is
Okay.
here, but where is the cage?
Yes. Hopefully there'll be a cage in the future iterations because there's a lot more dimensions that are...
But what about the cage of the mines? The cage of the mine.
Yes. Maybe that's the... a cage after all, I don't know.
So the reset needs to be Randula, as far as I could see.
on...
Randula had a sort of like a semi-cradle position on what is
There was a lot
side
more
far leg.
clearance, right? There was almost space, like the sprawl was a lot deeper from...
Much deeper.
Yeah, much deeper. So
And
I'm
Randula
not
did
sure how
have-
they're gonna set there.
Randula did have
while-
control over the single leg. Like he had like a cradle type position.
Right.
Right now they're resetting him to the front headlock. But that might have been a change we didn't notice as he was being driven towards the
Yes,
ring.
it
So
was a awkward angle anyway. So this is
also
the
being a
third-
referee is not a great job.
For sure, I do not envy that man.
No one is happy with you at the end of the day.
Yes. Very tricky gig.
Oh, lovely.
And drives.
Ashen needs to go for a
Aggressively.
sit out. He needs to sit out and try and take Randula's back. Otherwise, it's not going to be there. That is
Randul,
technically not
a
legal.
downed opponent,
Yes.
you could say. So there was a bit of a foul play there, but they go on.
Ashen needs to keep his elbows tight when he's going for a double leg. This is definitely one of the most entertaining matches for the night.
Yes. It's pretty good matchmaking as well because experience levels and abilities kind of complement
Lovely
each other.
jab from Randula.
I think that's one of the first flush jabs that have been landed on the fight. Randula's swinging quite a lot. So many haymakers. Many landing on Ashen.
Deep cut on Ashen's lip.
Ashen's mouth is not in a good shape at all. Mouth guard is falling out yet again.
Ashen has taken a lot of damage to this fight.
That bleeding is going to be tricky one to control. I'm not sure how many options the doctor has because I mean
Ashen is not nearly as crisp as when he started the fight.
Yeah. I mean there's only so much you can do to control the bleeding when it's that deep in your mouth, and I think
I do like Randula's sprawl. Very aggressive sprawl. Keeps it back, driving his face into the mat.
and he
Superb
uses
work.
the momentum of Ashen well against him.
Exactly.
It's like he's doing.
He's
Letting Ashen do the.
he's riding him.
He's riding Ashen.
That's the technical term.
Yes. Pause.
When you're surfing
Yes.
on the energy
Yes,
of your
surfing,
opponent.
surfing. I think that's more apt. It's an interesting sport, fighting. You know, all kinds of movements that are expected of you to perform as a fighter.
Definitely more towards the wrestling side as opposed to the jiu-jitsu side.
True. Jiu-jitsu side has been very limited in the attacks and the sweeps, and well, so far Randul hasn't ended up on top, so we haven't. Maybe Ashen has better back game or a guard game in his repertoire that we haven't been able to see, just because he hasn't been.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to take Ashen out of the fight right now.
He's
He has taken quite a bit of damage.
I don't see.
I mean, it's not a bad call either way. To let him continue or
it's
to
been
let
a
him
really
fight.
great fight. It'd be a shame to stop it for doctor stoppage. So maybe that's the thought process behind it.
This is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I feel like this could be a theme, almost like.
Also, especially if you want to finish the double leg without having it taken to the ring, you need to cut the angle on the double leg.
And you need to drive downwards, so which means you need to kind of lift the fighter up, right, to
Yeah.
prevent them.
The leg that's closest to him needs to elevate
Yeah.
and then drive over the leg that's standing.
Okay.
Essentially, a drive through finish or a cut back.
That's a very.
Ashen is keeping his head low when he goes to the double leg.
And because of how one track minded he is in trying to get those takedowns, he's allowing himself a lot of room to get countered on the way in.
I think Randul should be putting those uppercuts in. Jab, uppercut, jab, uppercut.
Now is the time for both fighters to leave it all out there. We've already given.
Ashen can take a hit.
Yes, definitely a good chin on Ashen. He's taken.
I don't like him dipping so much. All Randul needs to do
His
throw a
level
couple of
changes,
shots.
his
Yeah.
level changes have led.
He's level changing at the waist. That's the
Yes.
problem.
It doesn't pose enough of a threat to be, to deter
Randul going for a guillotine attempt.
fight. Which is,
Oh, dear.
he's got the
Close
guard
guard.
as well.
Close guard with the ring inside.
With the ring inside. So what do you do now as a referee? What's the MO? You got to step both of them out.
Especially with the amount of energy Ashen is putting on those double legs, it's going to end up at the ring consistently.
No, and
Or on the ropes, to be
yeah, and
precise.
Randul sprawls equally, having that explosiveness behind them, traveling a couple meters at a time with each sprawl. So
Ashen having some advantage because he's right next to his own corner.
yeah, he's getting quite a lot of instruction from his coach as he looks on. So familiar position for Randul. On his back most of the fight while in the ground. So all of that control time, I'm assuming, will have a huge part to play in the judge's decision if it goes the whole way.
End of third and final round.
Not a bad fight, sir. Not a bad fight.
Yes, I think both fighters came in with
Cage Rage, did you guys enjoy this fight? They went 5 minutes each round. That's about 15 minutes and some. Again, give them a round of applause, everyone. And the winner, by unanimous decision, blue corner's Randul.
Well, what an absolute banger it was. Randul, this was your first fight and you fought against a well-experienced fighter. What do you have to say? Did you play according to your game plan? And how do you feel about this first win?
I'm really happy and I didn't expect this to go to a decision. And I want to thank my coach and my teammates. We practiced in a short time and it was a hard decision with the shots and all. But yeah, I'm really happy.
Well, Randul, when will we see you again in the ring? When will you fight again?
Hopefully soon.
Alright, Randul, have a great evening. Thank you. Well, Ashen, it was an absolute banger of a fight. And what do you have to say about today's fight? I'm pretty sure you definitely have something to say.
Yeah, it didn't go the way I planned. I don't really have much to say because that would look like excuses. And I'm gonna train hard and be back. And I'm just gonna congratulate my opponent Randul. And I want to thank my coach. And I'm sorry to my fans and my coach and my team that it didn't go the way planned. I didn't have much time to train this time. It was a short training camp, but I trained hard for the last few days. So I'll be back. And thank you everyone for coming.
Well done, Randul. Have a great day.
And my boy Dulaj is going to fight next for the main event. So I hope everyone support him. And thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you.